everybody, this is Meredith from the Witty Gritty Paper Co. And today we are going to be talking about something that I really like and I think every artist, beginner to advanced, should really employ, and that is reference photos. So if you are starting a painting or drawing and you get a couple things in and you're not feeling great about it and you think to yourself, I really need to see a picture of it to be able to recreate it, then that's where reference photos come in, because oddly enough, really, this is true, the more you copy from something real, like a real life image of something, the better your brain is going to get at understanding proportions and at being able to recreate these things off your own steam. So I think reference photos are very important, especially for beginners, because I get told this all the time. Beginners just often don't know what to paint. They want to paint, but they don't have a personal style yet, because really personal style as an artist takes months, sometimes years to really develop. And, up until that point, you don't really know what to paint. You're not really sure. You haven't really tried everything to figure out what you're best at, what you like the most. And this is why reference photos are just huge, because not only are they going to help you create art, they're also going to serve as inspiration for what that art should be. So the issue, though, with reference photos is actually finding them. And you might be thinking to yourself, well, why can't I just go on Google and Google Images and search anything? You'll get, a ton of great results. Well, here's the problem with that. Most of the images that you're going to get in the results of a Google image search are going to be copyrighted images. And the owners of those images, just because it's on Google does not mean that it's free to use. The person still owns it. They hold the rights to it. So if you were to say, find a photo you really liked in a Google image search and paint it, and then you tried to sell it, you would be basically infringing on somebody else's idea. You may have painted it, but the original composition design was somebody else's. So this is where it can create a problem with reference photos. If I am going to use a photo that I found on Google, then it's only going to be as a sketchbook thing or practice or just something I would never sell, because you absolutely cannot sell or claim that any design that you find that, from a picture you didn't take is yours. That's not cool. It's not cool to copy anybody. It doesn't matter that yours is a painting and the original was a photograph. It's still copying somebody else's choice to capture that particular image. So this brings us to what else can you do to find good reference photos? Well, it kind of depends on what you like to paint. So I love to paint people. And the problem with this, though, is that I've basically already painted everybody I know who will let me paint them. Some artists choose to paint celebrities, and that's great. There are beautiful, beautiful portraits that come out of that. I don't really do that just because I feel weird painting anybody without them knowing it, even if they're in the public eye. So that's not really an option for me. So once again, where do I go for reference photos? And another thing you might say is, well, if you like to paint landscapes, sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied. If you like to paint landscapes, then you can just go outside. And that is true. That is called plein air or plein air painting. It's French, so whichever you prefer. And it basically just means painting outside, which is great. I highly encourage that. It's very fun to just go outside and just start painting your surroundings. I think that that's great. But this can cause an issue too, because if you're like me, where I live, at least a third to half the year, it is really just like too cold or just nasty outside to be able to go and paint the surroundings. And if you've already painted your own neighborhood or your own city or whatever, then you might get tired of painting it at some point. And once again, you're left with, how do I find inspiration and reference photos? So this brings me to my favorite source for this, to my solution basically to not having the right amount of reference photos / inspiration for what to paint. And that is a website called Graphic Stock. And Graphic Stock is basically this huge, huge library. It's like 300,000 plus images, vectors, graphics, all sorts of stuff that is completely royalty free. So you can download any of the images that you find on there. You can search keywords to find the images you want, download them, paint from them. You can use them on your website if you have an artist website. If you have a normal website, you can use that. Branding materials, any sort of commercial application, you can use them for anything because they are royalty free, copyright free. So you're never going to have a problem with the person who originally took the image. So that's why it's so great. And this video actually amazingly is actually sponsored by Graphic and I feel so lucky to be able to work with companies that I already love. So this was very exciting when they reached out to me. And some other interesting things is that they, once again, generously are offering you guys, just my subscribers, a 7-day free trial of Graphic which is exciting. During that free trial, you can download like, 140 pieces of content. So if you, at the end of the 7 days, you choose not to go on with it, you can still keep those 140 pieces, no harm, no foul. You downloaded them, they're yours to use, royalty free, which I think is super exciting. I mean, 140, that's kind of a lot. It'll take you a while to paint through that many. And then if you decide that you like it, if you find it valuable, you can also sign up for, I think their annual plan, which is $99 for unlimited access. And that might sound like a lot, but let's put this into perspective. On other sites like this, sites where they have image libraries that are royalty free, usually, if not every other image site, they're going to charge you like $30 per image. And they're only, on some sites, they're only going to let you download like 3 to 5 a month. So that would be, that could be $90 plus every month to only get 3 images. So, I mean, that wouldn't ever work for me as an artist because I just need them as reference photos. I don't use them commercially, but you could. So just to put it into perspective, for 1 year of Graphic it would basically be 1 month of anything else for only 3 images, as opposed to 1 year of completely unlimited downloads in a library of over 300,000. So if you're going to go down the image library website route, then this is the website to do it with because it's all unlimited, which I think is wonderful. And, like I already mentioned, they have a guarantee that you'll never have any issues with the copyright holders. So feel free to paint on or use in your website or whatever you want. So actually, I wanted to sort of test the limits of what I could do with image inspiration found on Graphic So I went ahead and I created an entire sketchbook filled with just sketches and paintings that I did based off of images that I found on Graphic myself that I liked. And this was really exciting for me because I never really get to fill my sketchbooks. Like I love sketchbooks, I have a lot of them, and some of them are almost full, but it takes me a really long time to think of ideas that I think are good enough, which is weird since sketchbooks are really for experimentation. I highly encourage you to use a sketchbook as experimentation instead of like blank pieces of paper, because then over the years you can look back at your older ones and see how far you've come and see how your style has evolved. So anyway, getting back to the point, I basically never finish my sketchbooks, and this one is almost finished, and I did it in like 2 days. So that is very exciting to me to have gotten through so much of one in such a short time, and it's all because I found so many ideas on Graphic as opposed to having to think of them myself. So if you also, I don't want to forget to mention, if you want to see where I got this little sketchbook, it's really nice. It's hand-bound, pretty little marble, gold, sparkly cover and back cover. I will leave a link in the description if you're interested in that. I didn't want to forget to mention that. But I'm going to flip through this for you guys just to show you sort of what struck me. And I hope you enjoy. Okay, so I hope you all enjoyed that. I would love it if you would leave me a comment below and let me know which one from the book was your favorite. Like I said, it was a lot of fun for me, and it's really satisfying to have like an almost finished sketchbook. Very exciting. If you're interested in the graphic stock offer, you can go to graphicstock.com/YouTube, or you can also click the link in the description box below to get the exclusive 7-day free trial that they're offering you guys. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a lovely day, and remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this and if you want to see more videos like it. So thanks again, everybody. Bye.